I know what you're thinking. Movie man, what are you doing? What you do video game things. Why are you doing a review of this movie that has absolutely nothing to do with video games or any of that shit? And well, the answer is really complicated, but if you guys really don't like the movie Titanic, or you don't like hearing about the Titanic, then you're probably not going to like this video, so you should probably just wait till tomorrow when I have the next gameplay walkthrough, whatever the fuck. But, ever since I've started doing videos, I've really wanted to get this off my chest, and so, god damn it, now that I have a couple hundred, I have like 120 something subscribers, which is not bad, considering I haven't even been here a full year yet. I decided I'll go ahead and do this, and once I've done it, then I will have done it, and then you guys won't have to worry about it because it'll be over with. So I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna review the movie Titanic. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna be ranting about this movie, and this is the part one is gonna be about kind of one half of the movie, and the second part's gonna be about the other half of the movie. Okay, so where to begin? I'm just going to be rambling about what parts of the movie I liked and a few selected parts that I don't like. But first, a thing you don't know about me is I am a serious Titanic freak. I love anything that has to do with the sinking or otherwise of the Titanic. I know everything there is to know about that fucking boat. So I really like this movie. There's some things that really piss me off about the movie, but I really like it. It's better than A Night to Remember, but nah, not by that much. It's more accurate than A Night to Remember. But anyway, yeah, I love everything about Titanic. I don't love that a lot of people died, obviously, but I like the story. So basically, movie. Okay. This movie's more of a romance, which is, we'll talk about that in the section of the video where I talk about the things I don't like. Basically, the movie starts with the mere submersibles going down side by side, which they would not be doing. They would not be close together like that. But it's not really that important. And they show an actual Mesotech image of the Titanic. It's like a sonar thing. And then they come up on this, looks CGI shot where you see the wreck site. And it's really awesome. I love that shot. But basically, it starts with these guys, these grave robbers, I guess they could be called, coming in looking for this fake diamond. It's not actual. That's not a real diamond. They just made up for the movie. But they come in on the wreck site, and they're gonna go down the grand staircase, go down to this fictional character's name is Hockley. They're going to go down into what was his cabin to try to look for this diamond. And they find a safe which they think has the diamond in it, but of course it does not. What it does have is this little book thing that has a picture of... here we go into the shitty part. Into someone called Rose... A picture of someone called Rose, naked with the diamond around her neck, so it immediately catches their attention. Plus the date on the picture says April 14th, 1912, which is obviously the night the Titanic sunk. So yeah, that would certainly catch their attention. They're looking for this diamond, basically. So, after that it cuts to the person in the picture. His name is Rose. She's an old lady. She's really old. She's like 101, I think. And she's just like making a pot or something. And she sees on the TV them talking about the Titanic, which is pretty random. I mean, it's not very often you turn on the news and they're talking about the Titanic. But for some reason on this particular day they were. And she sees the picture of herself on the news that they recovered it. And she says something like, "I'll be goddamned," or something. And so basically she goes onto the Russian ship, the Keldysh, which is the ship they usually use to go down to Titanic. And she basically, I'll just call them the grave robbers. This guy called Brock Lovett. they're trying to get out of her where the diamond is, because they're looking for the diamond. So she comes on the ship to basically tell the story. So basically this whole story is told in flashback, and she starts, to remember the voyage. I'm not going to get too much into it after this, except, she meets this guy called Jack. Ugh. She meets this guy called Jack. She's rich, he's poor, they fall in love. She tries to jump off the stern, which is kind of funny. They said this in the deleted scenes. It's kind of funny. She's going to jump off the Titanic and kill herself and just wait 2 days. But anyway, she falls in love with this guy called Jack. There's the Hockley guy who's kind of a dick, who throws shit around a lot. And yeah, they fall in love, smoochy smoochy, and then the ship hits the iceberg, of course. It starts to sink. They, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling. And basically they end up on the stern of the ship. As the ship goes down, the ship breaks in half, the funnels fall away, very epic. The ship goes vertical, goes straight down. They're in the water. Jack dies. Spoiler alert, like nobody knows that. And she becomes an old lady. And, Jesus Christ. Earlier in the movie, the guy called Hockley took the diamond out of the safe, put it in his pocket. Then he put it in the coat pocket, and he took his jacket off later and put it on Rose. So basically, he accidentally gave her the diamond. So she has the diamond the whole time, but on the Keldysh, back in present day, she takes the diamond out and throws it in the ocean. And she falls asleep and she dies, or she's having a dream. Nobody really knows. And she goes back on the ship as a ghost or whatever the fuck. And that's the end of the movie. Basically, okay. The parts I don't like about the story are the fictional parts. I like all the historical stuff with Captain Smith, with Bruce Ismay. Bruce Ismay. Am I saying his name wrong? I don't think I am. Whatever. John Jacob Astor, Charles Lightoller, all the historical characters. Molly Brown, they didn't do very well, unfortunately. They kind of fucked up Molly Brown. But yeah, all the historical people I love. All the fake people, like Jack, Rose, Hockley, that servant guy that he has follow him around. The mother, I can't remember, Ruth. All of those people, they're absolutely god-awful. The love story is really just kind of boring. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet's performances are supposed to be so good, but they're really not that good, to be honest. I'm watching their performance, I'm just like, they're like, I love you too. And I'm like, oh, sure you do. So basically, yeah, their acting is not very good, but the acting, like, from Bernard Hill playing the captain, he is the best captain of the Titanic ever! And I can't remember the name of the guy that plays Charles Lightoller, but he plays it pretty good. I don't think he plays Charles Lightoller as a little bit too much of a badass, but that's okay. The guy that plays the Titanic's builder, I cannot believe I can't remember his name. It's because I'm doing a video. Oh my god, I ought to shoot myself in the head right now for not being able to remember his name. Ugh. This is going to drive me insane. I can't believe I can't remember. Oh my god. How can I not remember his name? Anyway, the guy that built the Titanic. God damn it, what's his fucking name? Thomas Andrews, that's his name. Thomas Andrews, yeah, the guy that plays Thomas Andrews. I can't believe I forgot it. The guy that plays Thomas Andrews is fantastic. Anywho, I've gone a little bit overboard. Anywho, go to the next part, and we'll talk more about the sinking scenes of the movie. Thank you.